Good evening, family members. I wish to congratulate you for seizing the opportunity to gather at this first family reunion of Mama Gordon's descendants and relatives, an event that has been in gestation for some years. For those participating, there is the prospect of Mama's grandchildren, their descendants, and other relatives to connect with each other and renew or establish acquaintances. There is also the opportunity to learn about or become reacquainted with our family's Guyana roots and reinforce our respective achievements, which are by no means insignificant. Despite coming from a very humble and rural background, Mama's children achieved significant milestones in their lives in fields such as health care, transportation management, law enforcement, education, and homemaking. These achievements of Mama's children were attained in Guyana, St. Vincent and the Grenadines, Jamaica, and the United Kingdom. Among Mama's children's milestones, of which we should all be proud, is the naming of the mathematics department of the Shortwood Teachers College in Kingston, Jamaica, after her son, James Frank Fitzgerald Gordon, who taught that subject there for over 2 decades. The accomplishments of the next and ensuing generations of our family are just as impressive, with specific achievements being similarly global in scope. Among these are, in the medical field, a urological surgeon and a registered nurse practitioner in the United States of America. In education, lecturers and researchers at leading universities, technical colleges, and secondary level schools in Canada and the USA, as well as teachers and officials of schools at different levels in those countries. In the food industry, senior manager of a United Kingdom firm with responsibility for product quality control across Europe. In air transportation, manager of ground support services of a major international airport in Canada. Recognized caregivers in health and foster care in the USA and Canada, banking and auditing and accounts management in the USA and the UK, geological science and oil exploration in Barbados, and agricultural and economic development in Guyana and the Caribbean. Some other emerging professional fields include information technology, politics, and hospitality management. In my view, this is a strong indication that the sky is the limit and the scope is global with respect to the potential achievements of our family. I encourage you to continue to aim high. There's plenty of room at the top. One of my siblings, Patrick, has devoted considerable time in the development of a family tree. A hard copy of his work to date may be circulated for your information and perusal, despite it still being a work in progress. Separately, Lionel Frank was also giving attention to a similar project, and I think that he and Patrick have collaborated somewhat. During the last face-to-face conversation that I had with my late cousin Neville A. Gordon, Fitz's elder son, in March of 2008, just a few months prior to his passing, Neville, being aware of Patrick's work, expressed the desire to prepare an electronic version of the family tree. Perhaps one of our younger members with the requisite skills may wish to pursue and realize Neville's dream. During the week, we shall be visiting the West Coast Berbice village of Belladrum, the home village of Mama's husband. And at that time, the family will be engaged in an outreach activity through the cooperation and collaboration of Dr. Rhonda Archer, a physician who is also a distant relative. During this outreach, we shall be providing upwards of 50 elderly and single-parent families with food hampers. I wish to acknowledge that this outreach activity was possible on account of special contributions from some family members who were not able to be physically present at the reunion. These include Audrey Austin, Sean Fullerton, Joy Gordon Adams, Melinda McCurdy Johnson, Melissa McCurdy, Sekou M. Gordon, Joseph M. Gordon, J. Mervyn Gordon, Keith M. Gordon, and yours truly. We wish to gratefully acknowledge this additional support. Up until recently, it was my strong desire and intention to be present with you this evening. As events unfolded, I was one of the last ones to recognize that I was not going to be physically present with you. Surprise, surprise. Indeed, when I informed Cicely a few weeks ago that I'll be absent from the reunion, she responded that she had come to that conclusion months ago and was simply waiting for my acknowledging it. Some of you are aware that I've been faced with a few health challenges over the past year, and I'm currently recovering from a series of surgeries, with the prospect of at least one more in the not too distant future. Be not dismayed, I'm in good spirits, and I'm continually buoyed by the outstanding support I've received and continue to receive from, among others, my first and present wife, J. Patricia, my two jewels, Joseph M. and Sekou M. and their families, my siblings, several cousins, including Cicely, Sean, Vernon, Miriam, Gloria, Doreen, Jean, Carl, Cheryl, Tricia, Willette, Audrey, Lorna, Patsy, Joy, Janice, and Marva. My nieces and nephews, to wit, Christopher, Cheryl, Claire, Karen, Keisha, Tamika, Paul, Peter, Philip, Patrick, and Preston, and numerous friends. Yours and their collective support, both tangible and intangible, by means of visits, telephone calls, and prayers, have been invaluable and continue to contribute to my recovery. As a consequence, as I shared with Doreen when she called within the past week, I am with you this evening in thoughts. I now close this message with reference to one of my father's favorite hymns that begins, "Blessed be the ties that bind our hearts in Christian love." My wish is that the activities of this week contribute to the strengthening of the binding of our family ties across the globe. I look forward to celebrating future reunions with you, live spare. Love to you all.